We welcome you to Houston, Texas. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, from the land of the space program, we're ready for takeoff.
That's right, and they're letting those threes fly from everywhere on the court. Let's see if this team can win a third championship.
Ready to go here from Toyota Center. Let's gear up for the opening tip. It's crazy, Jay. Lakers haven't been to the playoffs in a long, long time. This year they retired Kobe Bryant's two numbers, number 8, number 24, but you forget how long it's been. A lot of young pieces. We'll see if Luke Walton can get them over the top.
Well, they may not be winning championships, but you love the fact that they're moving in the right direction. They have 35 wins in the 2017-2018 season. That's the most wins they've had in their franchise since 12 and 13. That's incredible, and they're doing it with youth. Young assets. You think about Lonzo Ball, Rob Pelinka, and Magic Johnson took a chance on him with the second pick in the draft. He's done exceptionally well his rookie year. Got a couple of triple-doubles, really found his way. It's going to be great to see a young point guard go against a veteran like CP3, who we all know is fiery defensively, who will try to make life difficult for Lonzo bringing the ball up the court.
Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
And he connects on the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Paul. Has a look. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Stuffs it down with authority.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Lonzo with it. Down just a couple. JaVale McGee to James. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Capella. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Ball into the front court. Down 4. Clint Capella tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Rondo picked up by Paul. Beasley to Josh Hart.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
To James. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. Fires the 3. Beasley forced that one. Defense was right there. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Michael Beasley. It stays with Houston. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Chance for Chris Paul. Won't go. Hart. Short jumper misses. Paul. He made his first effort, but not that time. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Late heave to beat the buzzer, so the Rockets with the lead after one at Toyota Center. We're back with more after this. You're watching a Saturday matinee edition of the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Houston with the basketball.
Oh, yes, me and you, me and you. Cutter, I got yours.
Sizing up the defense. Paul. Here comes the screen. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go. Trying to cash in. And Tucker with the rebound. Tucker to Paul. Here comes the screen. To P.J. Tucker. Down to 5 on the 24. Fires the 3, and the Lakers have the rebound. Rondo with the basketball. Margins 8. Stevenson here against Nene. To Beasley. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Paul across the timeline. Up by 6. To Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Has a chance. Here's the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Harden with it up top. Lead stands at 7. Count the basket at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Clint Capella, huge block. That'll get out. Last touch by Capella. Kuzma. To Stevenson. Nice pass to set things up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Harden. Paul. Count it.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Clint Capella sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Count the bucket for 2.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Harden shoots. James Harden. He's 2 for 2 now.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognize how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
To Josh Hart. To Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Stuffs it down with authority. Long heave from three-quarters court. Time expires to end the first half. The Rockets with the lead.
Time for the Rose Report at half. And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Paul into the front court. It's a 9-point lead.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right.
Harden to Paul. Tucker to Paul. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Shot for James Harden. Can't connect.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Ball with it up top. His guy's down 11. Here comes the screen. Ingram defended by Melo. The screen sets him up for 2.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Capella to Paul. Gets it down to Capella. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Misfires. It's no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Ball with the basketball. Trailing by 11. Going to launch beyond the arc, and Harden takes in the rebound. Anthony to Harden. Paul calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kyle Kuzma. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for Los Angeles, number 23, LeBron James.
Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Defender was right there. He has to know better. Lonzo Ball brings it up the floor to James. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Lonzo with it. Down 11. James matched up with Capella. And the basket good at the rim.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to cement his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Clint Capella looking good. 4 for 5.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Whoa, what a finish. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Paul. Capella down low. JaVale McGee pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
LeBron sizing up Eric Gordon. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Short jumper off the mark. Trying to cash in. Gordon with a shot off the mark. 3 quarters down with the Rockets in front. It's Lakers ball as we start the 4th quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
Harden with the basketball. The lead stands at 9. Has a look. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
James to Beasley. James. Clint Capella able to recover with the block. 4th this contest.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Michael Beasley trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. And he can't convert the free throw. Lonzo controls the offense. Rockets have the steal. To Paul. Can't connect. To Ball. Oh, he had him there for a second. Shot from in close, no good. Capella. To Harden. 4-3. And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He's a scorer and an elite passer.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. To Kyle Kuzma. LeBron against Chris Paul. To Kyle Kuzma. Just off the mark. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
LeBron with it up top. Down a bundle. Ball to James. Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
James to Caldwell Pope. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. James, he was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Clint Capella. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Nothing going here on that drive. And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's 3 for 7. Late heave to beat the buzzer. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.